Jazzcast Pros.
Today's discussion is the duty, the authority, the love, and understanding of fathers. We are finding fathers, men in general, lacking the capacity to understand their roles, their position, and duties as a father. I wish I could solely blame it only on the fact that you don't have a father in your life or no one to show you what that means. To be the dad you wish you had comes from within. I wish I had a father that had took the time to understand himself more, to know his worth. Someone that would teach me the fundamentals, the discipline, self-control, and most importantly, self-care, to love myself. But nonetheless, you have a natural compass in you, spirit in you, God in you, that can help guide you in the best way that you can understand. Let us get back to being Father, Fatha, which stands for Fathers are the highest authority. Greetings and welcome to Father Torch, the podcast to help you, new and renew fathers, cope with the anxiety and stress of fatherhood so you can be the father you wish you had. I'm your host, Ra, founder of Abimelech Foundation and artist, a father of 9. My mission is to help you reclaim your power, ease your concerns about being a father in this today's social climate. I am happy to be here. I'm happy that you are here with me. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Subscribe, leave a message, leave a comment. You will love this one today. I am Father. As a father, it is imperative that we process the deep understanding or overstanding, please, of ourselves. To articulate the notion and rely on the guesswork is foolishness. Understand your worth and your capacity to be a man and to be a father to your child is more than simply getting them the latest Jordans, more than cursing and swearing them to have them think that that's what they live for, or to have them fear you to make them listen to you. Understand all these things come with time, place, choice of audience, choose of battles. I mean, you name it. But nonetheless, we need to be more mindful of how we parent. In today's society, it is not parenting if you are striving to be the best friend. That has nothing to being the dad you wish you had. Being the dad you wish you had defines the fact that you wish your father would have taught you A, B, and C, financial, spiritual, and as well as mental and physical. It sounds like it's 3 things, but it's a whole lot that goes with it. But these fundamentals, experience, knowledge, and wisdom, if you don't have this sense of balance, you cannot father your children, much less keep a relationship. So it defeats the purpose of making a friend of them if you can't teach them or give them anything. It's not about the glamour or the style. Too much of our fathers walking around here befriending their children, scared of their children. And then some of them, for the life of me, I can't understand, put their children in danger. Whether you're a gang or in the streets. I mean, what's the sense of having them if all you're going to do is put them out there to be killed? What are we doing? What exactly is fathers nowadays doing? Yes, we have the fathers who are every day back to back there for their children. But what about the ones who are misguided, misleaded, misinterpreted, unmindful of anything, and clueless? We can speak on those things so many ways and so many avenues. But what about the everyday father who simply needs and wants help? Did we just tell them, oh, just do one thing, just do another thing versus another thing, and then as simply as said, we leave them to themselves because the fact is we don't want to be bothered? As elders, as a younger elder myself, it is not wise, it is not beneficial, really, to ignore the fact that your children will mix and mingle with their children. And if you don't prepare your children how to cope, help, and assist, and as well as be centered, well, you are mixing up a world of trouble. My point is saying this. To be the dad you wish you had comes from within. I wish I had a father that had took the time to understand himself more, to know his worth, that then I would have been better to know my worth, maybe at an earlier age. But I didn't have that concept. I had a father who did try. He tried his damnness, but the drugs in the streets got the best of him. It got the best of him because like most people and like most men, we think we can beat something that is designed to kill us. Now, me and my father has made amends many years ago, and we have built on our relationship. But I still wish that I can be the dad to my children, to be the dad to my own that I wish I had. Someone that would teach me the fundamentals, the discipline, self-control, the spirituality, the connection, and most importantly, self-care, to love myself. My fathers, I'm not here to tell you how to be a father because I cannot do that. I am not you. You are a father to your child. You are a unique tool and guidance for your child, whether it be young adult, teenager. Oh gosh, I feel sorry for your teenagers. But however, I say you are one of a kind. You are an epiphany, beacon of authority, discipline, and you have full rights and authority again to make sure that they are fully developed in their fulfillment to be better and above your throne, that they may live life in fulfillment and not instantly, that they may not chase death and cling on to life, that they may live in simplicity and prosperity. They may gain what is needed, they will love what they have, they will appreciate and have show proper gratitude. But it's hard to do that nowadays because everybody wants to be the one. I don't understand the concept and I don't understand the greed because when there's no more, then what? What is to be the greedy about? One from one can't give you nothing. I don't understand the concept of why we cannot get together, especially my Latino and my Black brothers. We have suffered too long. We have suffered too much. Too long and too much. How many things can we need to go through? How many things we need to go through before we say enough? How many of our children must die before we can say, let me protect mine. Let me protect yours. Let us protect ours. Let us be present as much as we can. Let us give and share our lived experience as much as we can. How many times do we need to go through the same thing? How many worse and tragedies that we need to go through and embark on? And how many times must we keep asking the same one question to the very same entities who do harm to us? That's like me walking into a lion's den and say, hey, can you help me get some food? As corny as that sound, we do this every day. We go to the same oppressors, the same killers. We go to the same goddamn murderers. And we ask them, could you feed my children? Could you teach my children? Could you clothe my children? We do so much we didn't even realize it. We do so much, it's a norm. It's a norm. We are Black men. We are fathers. We are men. We have testosterone. We are masculine. We don't need permission to raise your children. You don't need permission to stand up for your children. And you damn sure don't need an excuse, no apology to protect them. Engage in your child. Rules of engagement. You cannot, and I repeat this, you cannot discipline the child at a teenage age if you did not discipline them at an infant age. Let me say this again. You cannot discipline the child at a teenage age to adolescence. I've never taught them discipline at a younger age. It's all fun and dandy when they can't really articulate certain things. The Google Gaga talk does not work. Speak to your son. Speak to your daughters. Enhance their development. Teach them. Invest in them. Again, engagement has nothing to do with the iron fist and wooden foot ruling. Just like you need respect, you must give respect. But the respect must not be given that is going to take over and onto you. Think of it this way. Your oppressors, governments, systems of things will never give you the full authority to overrule them or overthrow them. So why are you, as a parent, preparing to do the same thing? Some can say it's subliminal. Some can say it's being conditioned. Some can say, well, they don't give us the rights. The only thing that is true about that is that we as a people don't have the same rights, not even to raise our own children right. However, as a village, as a people, together, we have the power, the know-how, It is not about beating the hell out of them. Although some of them need some good ass whippings, some choking, maybe even body slam once or two. But it's not to kill them. It's not to knock the sense out of them. Or even to put the fear. Because if I don't value life, that shit don't work. But you must have a commonality, and you must have some type of form of love and truth and understanding. Our children do not trust our parents. Our children do not trust parents, do not trust elders. Our children are out here dying because they are scared to death and they can't trust our elders. They have no safe place. Fathers used to be protectors, rulers. Now we're a joke. We'd rather look cute than to teach and develop and prosper and be strong, vibrant, masculine. We want to look cute. The Louis J's, what color hat I'm have on, how tight my jeans can be. We no longer look to develop our children. We rather force ripe them, turn them into adults from infants. Some of our children raise themselves. That's right. Some of our fathers out here in shit because they let children raise them themselves. They have no sense of protection, no sense of what it means to be affectionate, no concept of what it means to someone have their back. Someone that's supposed to look like them. Oh, they look like me, excuse me. Favor, even take attributes of. Now, God, a lot of them goes out to a multitude of things. It's not all about the fact that the father is not there, but it does play a crucial part that you are part of their lives from young. You made a mistake, okay. You departed, okay. You neglected for a spell, and you make your amends. But be truthful about it. Be real about it. But if you did this for the photo op, if you did just for the weekend, part-time, you did just a phone call, the phone call dad, the ones that stay on the phone, only on the phone, went on the phone, you're not doing anything. You are creating a problem. And I'm not in no way speaking ill of those who are unable, who are in situations that is impossible, nearly. So please don't dig into this too much and go completely ignorant off the board. My thoughts on the rule of engagement is that you must approach and deal with your children without apology, with love, of course, and trustworthiness. You must never apologize from saving them from imminent danger. As a man, as a father, it is your duty and your authority that is ordained to you for the creator and master of the universe, that you must fulfill the full fulfillment and development of your child. If nothing else, you must do that. Number 3, you must know and show your child how to love themselves by simply loving you, taking care of you, giving them an example, a living example of what it means to be mad, sad, happy, joyful. Happy, joyful. You must show them how to do things. Set that trend. Stop making others raise your children. Goddamn TV and just music and others. The idiots. It's making them more vulnerable and dangerous. And then when someone killed them and put them down, now you want to feel that pain. Now you want to be remorseful. Now you want to cry out. I'm speaking to my own experiences, to my own, and people that are in my circle and people that are around my circle, people that is listening right now. My brothers, I'm urging you, look at your child. Just look at them and be utterly truthful to yourself. Look at them and ask yourself, is my lesson to you to hurt you and kill you? Do I wish the most wickedest thing upon you? Do I hate you? Is my mission to make sure that I live so you can suffer? And most of all, when I'm gone, is this what I want to live on? Fathers, we are the trendsetters. We don't make rules. We don't create systems and governments. We are trendsetters. We rule with love. We rule with wisdom. We rule with God in us, the Creator, with ancestors, a lineage of wisdom, abilities, talent, strength. With all of these abilities we have, You mean to tell me the most we can do is look pretty, be a friend, watch our children die because we can't face ourselves? I love my fathers, and I love to see fathers thrive and prosper and grow with their children. Based off my own experience, my own traumas, I share this with you. And when I feel like I need to calm and build or do anything, you know I'm going to say, Karate Pizza. Yes, folks. I go here, I sit down, I get my little casual pizza with the sexy cheese, my vegan meatball. I big it up because, again, it's one of my comfort food. I like what helps me calm and helps me think about things. Believe it or not, I might go there maybe almost every day. However, you don't have to take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Mention Father Torch and get the drink and the pie on your own. 766 Monroe Avenue. Karate Pizza. Fresh veggie, never soggy doughy. Sexy cheese.
Hey, if you're enjoying this episode, check out the Healthy Illness Podcast with me, Kelly Marie, as we build healthy relationships while living with mental health conditions. I'm diagnosed and live with borderline personality disorder, major depression, and generalized anxiety. And despite those diagnoses, I've been able to live a full life. I have healthy relationships, a great career, and my mission is to help.
If you've been thinking about starting a podcast and you want to include interviews with people across town, Riverside.fm offers unbelievable high-quality recordings regardless of your or your guest internet quality. And it also gives you separate audio and video tracks for each person speaking. And unlike Zoom, you don't have to install anything on your computer, and your guests don't either. Head over to Riverside.fm and use promo code JazzyCast to get 60 free minutes of recording and 15% off a membership plan.
You do the same. So join me for Healthy Illness Podcast. New episodes every Monday on the Jazzcast Pros Network, found on the podcast player you're listening to right now. Be the light.
Mental health is real. The village is real. Being a father is an honor, and it is real. We got too many suckers walking around here having that name and they're throwing around the place for no goddamn reason. We're too busy chasing these fools, trying to help them be something that they are not ordained to be. We are men. We are fathers. We help protect our own, the village, not just your own biological, the village. We have too many men out here to have so much of our children die. The world is changing. It always have been changing, and it has no love for you. So why are we still chasing it? Chasing something that we cannot obtain, nor would it benefit us. Be wise and trustworthy, my fathers. Be wise. Being honest and trustworthy is crucial. We must acknowledge our limitations and avoid attempting, to do things beyond our abilities. And when I say that, I'm talking about just blindly following authorities without questioning the trials and tribulations of doing such things, not like a wise man. This kind of mindset is not productive, but is of the legacy of ignorant conquerors who ruled with authoritarianism, with disregarding feelings of situations and others while serving their wicked intentions or interests. And this is the example of what we get and what we use as fatherhood. No wonder why it's broken. No wonder why it's misguided. We don't have men talking amongst men anymore, speaking on health, speaking on our general worth, fixing our weakest links. No, we'd rather kill it, stomp it, make fun of it, and then wonder why we suffer alone the way we do. We don't have men of circles anymore. We don't have that power, that strength anymore. We have walk around soft as buttercup, really. Look pretty, nasty inside. I am father. I am love. I am worthy. This is what you should be saying to yourself. I am not lost, but I must be amongst other elders. Amongst others who lived, who can share their knowledge, their wrongs, and help you right your wrongs. And most importantly, enjoy ourselves. That's right. Have fun being a father. Have fun being the man you ordain yourself to be, right? To be the father you wish you had. If being the father wish you had mean that I must go on the street and sell my ass, that is not the concept of fatherhood. That is your wicked dark deeds, hidden agendas. It is unwise for a man, grown man, to not seek a mentor, an elder, of course, with his head screw on, to seek guidance, to seek mentorship, that he can go to the next step in his life. The idea is to surpass me. It's for you to surpass me. We got too much of them dying before me. They're dying before us. And we are failing them because we're not willing to teach. We're not willing to love. We're not willing to be vulnerable with them. We are allowing our men to die for something simple as bad hygiene, lack of discipline, development, delay. We got children out here scared to death. And all we can do is call them pussies because they're not man enough. Such wickedness and such black-heartedness. When did we ever thought and think that this was the right way of doing things? Even these songs and the things they singing, none of them motherfuckers, and excuse my French, but none of them live the life of what they speak of. All these false pretenders. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to know that our men are broken. Our fathers are dwindling. Our scholars and elders has been murdered, genocide, right in front of us, wiped out. And all we can think about is how good I look, how many holes I got, what's my bread status. If that's what your aim is, to understand you can do anything, but you can't do it as long as you want. You can do anything, but not as long as you want. But you see, when you raise a child, you see, when you're a father, whether you're in the house or not, you see, when you're a father, you live on. You live on. Your name don't stop. Carry through the voices, to the vocal, to the ear, from the ones you love, respect, fear you, hate you, can't do nothing besides respect you and love you and keep your name. We have too many distractions, too many unfulfilled, broken, and foolish promises. Let's get back to the roots and the meat of things. Let us get back to being fathers, to being father, F-A-T-H-A, which stands for fathers are the highest authority. Highest authority given by the creator of life itself, dominion of all things. And all we can do is want to look pretty. Style and profile. Get temper tantrum and kill and break everything. And then cry and complain about it. You want a definition of a bitch? There you go. One that to sit there and be spiteful even to his own face. Tear off his own nose. You are a man. You are a father. You have rights and you have power. You have strong abilities and you have guidance beyond your sight. It is legacy, dominion. You have ancestral power. You just simply need to access it. Simply need to sit your ass down, calm down, and actually listen to what is happening. These are all part of the engagement as well. These are all part of being a man, of being a father. Just as much as you are authority, you must be able to listen. You have to listen. There's no if or buts about it. You must activate the listening ability. You must be proactive and reactive and know when to do such things. You must have foresight. You must have the ability to foresee your action for future. You must be able to learn from your past, live in your moment and present, and create your future. Not wait for your future, create your future. What you do now, what you plant now, what you ordain to be now will be your future, which is your present. Understand your cycle, understand your methodology, understand your growth, understand there is no such thing as you apologizing for your development. No one lives just to die. No one lives just to destroy. You are a father. Your first mission is to fulfill and put up your legacy, your future. And that if that involves your children, then you put them first and you put yourself beside them. You protect them because you are lived experience. You have lived experience. So you have wisdom and knowledge. Acknowledge this. Teach them. Stop treating them like they're stupid. Stop telling them that they can't love and they don't know what it is. Then teach them. Stop waiting until they're 15, 14, and then you want to, be protective all of a sudden. If your word is in law, in their core, you're not doing the job right. And I ain't talking about the ignorance of it. I ain't talking about the fact that they're going to annoy you. They're going to think you're talking too much, or you're going to think you're just making too much noise and yada, yada, yada. I'm talking about when they do wrong. When they do wrong. I want to stress this. When they do wrong, they can always return to the teaching and come back and make amends of that wrong. Too many times we do things and we say, you should not, you better not, I wish you would. But we don't teach them when this happened. We don't get the importance of consequences, good or bad, happens. We don't give the concept of definitely change is inevitable. Death is inevitable. To live your life is inevitable. Things that we cannot change. But the one thing that stays consistent with me, being a father to me is everything. And I will always say this with consistency, with love and understanding. There's no such thing as me, Ra, Father Torch, or no best thing for me, I should say, than being a father. Whether you like me, love me, or hate me, I will always be your father. And I will always be a loving, caring, disciplined, jerk, asshole, all of the above, and then some. And I still won't change the fact that I am your father. I want us to understand that no matter what we do, we cannot retire from something such as the honor as being a father. It is the one job in a man's life that you cannot retire from. Whether you live in or not, you are ordained with this title, this crown. And if it is the one thing you can do in your life, it's the one thing you can do, whether you think you're worthy or not worthy, and you think you can't or you don't have the ability to be the father you wish you had, simply be yourself. Teach them what was your thoughts, what was your feeling, what was your vulnerability. You can never go wrong on being honest with the ones you love and love you, respect you, even the ones who disregard you, even the ones who disregard you. They love you still. Whether they want to acknowledge you or not, they love you still. What you can do is leave that door open for them. For when they are ready, they will return to you. But you have to be humble enough to know your wrongs, to make peace with that. Develop your strength because you're going to need it when it comes to that healing process. Don't be afraid to admit your wrongs. Don't be too proud to correct yourself. Get in the mindset of being mindful, because any wise man would know that's the best thing to do. Live in health. Your health is your strength. Your health is what gives you the ambition and the power to handle anything that this world and this hateful world throws at you. I know this is a lot at one time and it seemed like I was raging, but I wasn't. I assure you, I'm just passionate. Father Torch, leave a comment, please. Let me know what you think of this podcast, what you think of the contents, if you disagree or agree. I am playing everywhere, from iHeartRadio to Spotify to Apple, you name it, wherever you listen to, I can be heard. Thank you for listening to Father Torch. I appreciate you. Jagai Rastafari.
Jazzcast Pros.
Are you an entrepreneur at heart with the mind of a hustler? Then you found the perfect podcast to help you turn your side hustle into a profitable small business so that you can support yourself and your community. Welcome to the Heart of the Hustle podcast. I am your host, Coach Mo, an award-winning serial entrepreneur with an unconventional business background. You can call me Motivation. I am a predicate felon who struggled to survive in the workforce, and I wanted a better quality of life for me and my family. And that's when I realized that entrepreneurship was my best course of action for reform. I am the owner of the Groom Room Men's Spa and Lounge, Rochester, New York's premier day spa for men's self-care and wellness. Over the pandemic, I began coaching struggling entrepreneurs inside my private Facebook group called Business Behaviors. With this podcast, my mission is to teach you all of the things I wish I knew while starting a business so that you can avoid the pitfalls of entrepreneurship and turn your passion into profits legally. Join me and expert guests as we cover topics such as business formation and legal entities. Should your company be a nonprofit or for-profit? Mental wellness for CEOs, how to build community, business credit and budgets, and how to get a return on your investment. Are you ready to elevate from a hustler's mindset to that of a CEO? Subscribe now so that you'll be the first to know when new episodes drop. The Heart of the Hustle podcast on the Jazzcast Pros Network. Over and out.